Happy Wednesday words. It's Cindy Curtis here. It's right before Thanksgiving. I thought I'd sit out on my front porch and put every Thanksgiving decoration up that I have, which is just this one. I haven't transitioned to Christmas yet, but that'll be next week. I started thinking this week, maybe even as far back as last week, about symptoms of recovery. I've been on a journey of recovery now, I'd say for the past 5 years, and it's hard. And it's amazing, and it's hard, and it's amazing. And it goes in cycles like that. And I wanted to let you know that there's some realizations and awarenesses that have come to me that I'm going to share with you today that may be helpful to you too, whether it's with your writing or with your life. I think that it will help you to know that you have choices. For a lot of my life, I accepted things about myself without trying to change them because I thought that's just the way I am. For example, I'm afraid of heights. I've always been since I was a child, and I would say that I can't do that. I can't go up there. I'm afraid of heights. That's just the way it is. But I've realized in my recovery time that I have choices. That even though I convinced myself of something that I once believed was not changeable about me, I have been able to make small changes. So I want to tell you, when you're thinking about choices, sometimes you are clear on that choice. You know the choice that you have to take, even if you might resist it a little bit, even if you might say, I'm not ready, whatever excuses you give, you know you need to do it. That's a clear choice. But other times there are choices that are courageous choices. When you have to make those courageous choices, probably the biggest obstacle you face is fear. But you can decide to change. And when you have the courage to do that, you can make a difference in yourself, even if it is very small. One of the things that helped me to resist being fearful of heights was to try something that wasn't incredibly high, that if I fell, I was going to feel terrified. It was a high obstacle course that was over water. So if I fell, I was going to land in water, and I had a flotation device on. So that was a double layer of safety. And even though that was very challenging for me, and I only did it one time, I still did it. And I had courage. And I did have encouragers who were with me to kind of help me walk into my bravery. But it let me see that something I had told myself for so long was not true and not valid. So what I'm saying to you is seek choices. Go ahead and seek them out. What is something that you've been wanting to do, something that you know has been nagging at you that needs to get done, but you've not been able to get past it? Let you yourself decide, is this a clear choice? Do I know what I need to do? Or is this a courageous choice? Is this one that I'm going to have to be brave and do? Either way, you can still do it. When I think about Thanksgiving, I always think about my family, and I have 66 years of Thanksgivings now that I can pull back on. Some were wonderful, some were not. There were some big milestones on some Thanksgivings. There were some horrible ones. We've had a couple family members pass away on Thanksgiving. We've had just disasters, and we've had turkeys that dropped on the floor. And we've had just beautiful ones where those of us who could be together were together. But I'm going to ask you, is there a choice you need to make about Thanksgiving this year? Is there something you need to let go of? Is there something in your family that's been going on for years that needs to be healed? Is there something in your heart that needs to be healed? You can't heal somebody else, but you can definitely work on healing yourself. And I would say it's time. It's time to do that. Don't let any more time go by where you are holding on to something that you should have let go years ago. So today, the symptoms of recovery are hard. I'm going to say it again. And they're wonderful, and they're hard, and they're wonderful, and they go in cycles. And every time that I've had to make a choice, and every time that I've been clear on what I need to do, and I've been courageous. It's still been hard. And usually for at least a few hours to a day or two after I've done something, I am overwhelmed with what have I done. And I sit with that and I let the Lord help me with it. And then I can move on to, wow, I made a baby step. And look at me, I was courageous. You've got to be your own best advocate, and you've got to help yourself, and you can do it. For me, it's definitely with the help of God too. But seek your choices and seek your recovery and get yourself in a good spot. If you're going to write something new, I've been writing poetry and it's been incredible. I had a wonderful poem about writing poetry come to me yesterday that I may share with you. And I've written a poem about Mary, the mother of Jesus, that I'm hoping to share with my church during this season of Advent. So don't think you can't do something, because you can make a small change that can make a big difference. See you next week.